Anyways, let's move. Let's move. It's I'm cold.
Me too.
Right? I know. Let's move. I know. Let's keep our fleece on until like 20 minutes into the workout. All right, I'm gonna mute y'all. And let's get moving. All right, so warming up. Reach to the sky, or if you're not outdoors, actually it's only great outdoors, reach to your ceiling. And we'll start with sort of a out to the side march here. Warming up the shoulder joints and our hip and knee joints. So for boot camp, you hear me say it every week. You can modify any of the movements. You can have impact, jumps or no jumps. If you hate doing push-ups, you can do planks and other movements. One more time on each side here. All right, and let's squats. So this warms up our whole body, even though it mostly involves our lower body. Want the knees and toes slightly turned out, tracking in line with each other. Keep that chest up. It's kind of crazy, but my legs get sore from teaching Bali X on Monday nights, which is not even a strength class. It's a dance class, but my legs are sore. I don't know if it's just me. Anyways, it's all good when you exercise and your muscles get sore. It's a good thing. Like it doesn't mean we're out of shape. It means we pushed ourselves to the point that our muscles are responding, right? Let's lunge. So feet are going to be hip distance apart. You got to bring them in a little bit and then slide one leg back. So there's my slide back, and we'll lower the back knee to ankle height. So yeah, soreness is this concept called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. And it's a good thing. It means there's little microscopic tears going on in our muscles, which means that we worked them hard and now they're in a state of recovery. And as they rebuild to patch up those little microscopic tears, it gets stronger in the process. Last one. Turn around. And this can happen with any activity we do that's challenging to our muscles. So if we start adapting to these workouts, right, it starts to get easier. We might not feel as much soreness. So it's not taxing our muscles enough. The beauty about boot camp is that, burpees are always hard and never gets easier, because the moment it becomes easier, you just push yourself a little harder, right? You do a little more, you do burpees a little faster maybe, or you go a little lower in your push-ups, or you jump a little higher. All right, one more. So let's take our feet really, really wide, turn the toes and knees out to the side, and get some side lunges, inner thigh stretching, and some hip opening. Let's reach the arms to the side. Reach, reach, reach. Got a couple more. And last pair here. Bring our feet in. Big arm circles. Backstroke. What are we doing today? Oh my gosh. I actually enjoyed, I don't know if you enjoyed it, but I enjoyed doing what we did last week, where we did 3 exercises back to back, reverse direction, for 40 seconds each. So we're gonna do that again, except this week it's 45 seconds. I added 5 seconds to each segment, so it's gonna be whatever 45 times 3 is of work, followed by 45 seconds rest. That's too much math right now. All right, so that's it. I showed it to you. And the other thing is, I know last time we did sort of a consistent like upper body, lower body cardio, upper body, lower body strength, abs. And this time I kind of changed it up. So every time we do a set of 3, I might not be starting with upper body. I might not be starting with lower body. And that's because we can sort of reset during that break and then just change up the order. But, there's never going to be like lower body in a row. So hopefully it's not going to be ridiculous. Having said that, burpees, as you know, is total body. So whatever is before or after burpees just sucks. All right, the first exercise before I start the timer. Oh, so I used to do push-ups and planks as a warm-up, which, you know, is great, but I find that, like, it doesn't really warm me up that much. It just tired me out. Having said that, let's just do 4 push-ups. 4. This is the kneeling push-up. 3, 2, and 1. Here, let me show you this. The whole goal of a push-up is that you get your hands wide and you bend your elbows to about 90 degrees. And if you can get to that position on your toes, great. But if not, then you benefit more by being on your knees so that you can get to that range, okay? So it's not really a beneficial push-up if you're on your toes and you can only bend this much into your elbows. Here's the first exercise. It's 1 push-up, 1 Everest. So you can either walk your foot forward and then back, push up, or you can jump it. So I kind of push myself up, push. Both feet come off the ground. All right, now if you're gonna do that jumping version, just make sure your abs are really, really braced so that when you land, there's no hip sag. From there, we do squats and then skips. All right, those things we are familiar with. Here we go, start the timer. Max volume there, all right. So get in our push-up position. 1 push-up. Split, push up, other side. So kind of a nice hip opening stretch here. Breaks up the push-ups. You can also come to your knees. That goes without saying, right? You can always do any push-up you like. Come off your feet, step, come back onto your knees, and so on and so forth. Anytime we do push-ups, you can do any push-up variation you like. So we have about 5 seconds left, so I'm just going to stand up and show you the next exercise. Squat out, squat in, squat out, squat in. So wide hip distance, wide hip distance, okay? If you feel ready to jump already, because this is the first round, maybe you're still warming up, but if you want to add a jump, there's your jump. In, out, in. So this foot stays in place while this one goes out. This right foot stays in place as it goes out. We have cardio after this. I chose cardio in this first round because it'll get our heart rate up and really warm us up instead of abs. So power skips. Opposite hand punches up to the ceiling. If you want to skip all the way around, Ingrid's outside, so she can skip all the way around her yard. If you want to skip around your living room, you can. It's an upward propulsion. Really power up with your arms and punch the ceiling. That drives your body up. Okay? The non-impact version is lifting the knee and opposite hand up. After this, 45 seconds, we have about 10 seconds left. You get 45 seconds rest, and then we repeat all that. Woo. All right, repeat. What are we missing here? Okay, well, during our break, I'm gonna text somebody. We're gonna do push-ups next. Gosh, I don't know. All right, here we go. I don't know what her name is. I don't know what her text is. All right, push up, split. So we're doing 45 seconds again. Keep breathing. We got 15 seconds left. All right. I am definitely heating up here. Looking good, everyone. Get ready for a lower body. All right, time for some squats. The non-impact version, try to have equal weight in both legs. All right, so it's not a tap out, it's a squat. And then the closest your feet will get are about shoulder or hip distance. And a hop if you like. Always trying to keep your knees and toes in line with each other. Gosh, the difference between 40 and 45 seconds is huge. Looking good. Get ready for power skips. Cardio round. I gotta stop talking because I just sound so winded. We get a little longer break after this, and then we'll do the next round. Ten seconds. Get the whole body involved. Get that heart rate up. The heart is a muscle. We also want to challenge. All right. Get some water. Oh, get some water. Next round we're starting with abs. All right, so let's let that heart rate come back down. We start with abs. We do triceps. All right. The abs here, you have your arms forward. You can have your arms to the side. You can have your arms forward and side. You have your arms up. So basically, you'll notice as you play around with arms, we're gonna keep resting, but you'll notice as you play around with arms that's, it creates different challenges in your abs. All right, ignore that. And then we have tricep dips. Fingertips toward your butt. One leg up. Do 4 times. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Okay? Dips constantly going. Leg up in the air, switches. And then we have reverse lunge to squat. All right, that's nothing new. You know, you step back, come into a squat, step back, come into a squat. You want to make it high impact, jump, go for it. All right, we're starting in 5 seconds. Abs, abs, abs. This is an open and shut suitcase crunch. Right, your torso goes back, your legs go out. Arms reaching forward. I forgot to show you one more option, hands on the ground. So if you open up to the side, a little more ab work, you can even reach up, up. And that also increases. So take your options with these arms. When I extend my legs, you don't have to extend it all the way. You can do a, 75% extension. Draw those abs in. Tricep. Oh, I know why I designed it this way. It's so we don't have to move much because we're already on our butt. 4, 3, 2, 1. One of the reasons I want the leg lifted, which you don't have to, you can keep both legs on the ground, is that you're really trying to reach your toe to the sky. So it almost kind of pulls your butt off the ground and keeps your butt off the ground as you bend your elbows. If this is a lot on your wrist, here's another option. You have your butt on the ground, you bend and straighten. So you lean back with all your weight on the arms. Okay, so this is another option. A little less pressure on the wrist. Okay, reverse lunges. Reverse lunge, squat. Reverse lunge, squat. Lunge, squat. Feet hip distance apart, wider than hips. Hip distance apart, wider than hips. All right, jumping version, lunge to jump, jump, lunge to jump. So you're adding in that little hop. You don't have to. Quite burns out the legs without it, but if you want to get your heart rate up a little bit more, you can add the impact. We don't have cardio in this round, so this can be your cardio and legs. All right, alternating cardio with abs. Get 45 seconds. Starting back on the ground though, start with abs. As soon as abs are done, you place those hands on the ground, work those triceps, our upper body, and then we stand up. And then you guys get 90 seconds of rest. 45 times 2. Yeah, I can do some math sometimes. Okay, so this one's a shorter rest though, because it's in between the repeat round. It's after we do it the round twice that we get a longer rest. So in 8 seconds, getting ready for our abs. Here we go. You want to really draw your abdominals in. There's a curvature in your spine. You want to alternate, side, up. Now, do you have to bring your arms forward when you pull your knees in? No. You can keep your arms out like this the whole time. Oh, geez. That feels terribly effective. I'm just showing you all the arm variations. All right. I know, we wish we could stay on the ground forever. All right, so there's really no break during these 3 in a row rounds. However, doesn't mean you cannot take a break. You can take your time to transition from the ground to standing. All right, that's okay. But we do get our 90 seconds of rest right after this. So non-jumping version, you step back, step back. 10 more seconds. There's no rules for anything, as you know. Sorry, I stopped early. There's no rules in the sense that, you know, let's say you start the 45-second jumping, that you have to do jumping the whole time. No, you can do 20 seconds of jumping and then the remaining 25 seconds at low impact. All right, so we got our push-ups again. Woo. Lovely. This is all about hand positioning and knees. So if everything is close, by close I mean, you know, about shoulder height, hip height, you know, take your feet and knees out, push up, bring it back in, take it out, push up. Now, can you do this? Ignore that, we have 45 more seconds. Can you do this on your knees? Yes. Bring it in. Can you do it on your toes? Yes. In, wide, bring it in, wide, bring it in. Okay? You can also come onto your toes. Take it out. Come here to your knees. Bring to your toes to come in. Go out. Come to your knees. Push up. Come back to your toes. Bring it in. So lots of options. All right, we're starting in 10 seconds, and that's the first one. Squats and then jumping jacks. Okay? Let me angle myself here a little bit. So we have narrow, going wide, coming in, shoulder distance apart, going wide, and in. I'm stepping my feet and hand, foot and hand out at the same time. Doesn't mean you have to. Lots of options. You can step the foot out first, then the hand. Ooh. 5 seconds. All right. Get into a squat like this, low, pretty narrow, and just creep to the side. And then once you hit one length of your mat, creep to the other side. You ever seen the band work where people have like a small elastic band or a giant rubber band around their thighs? This is what it is. Stay loaded, keep that chest up, brace the abs. Your feet really don't touch, but they also don't get too wide. Again, loaded. We're doing jumping jacks after this, so I'm really not going to jump right now because we're going to jump next. Show you low impact jumping jacks. Low impact jumping jacks. Like this, step out in. Basic jacks. Now, what's fun about jacks? Well, you can do a lot of different arm variation. You can do this. One to the front, one to the side. Hey! One arm to the front, one arm to the side. I'm just trying to make jumping jacks interesting. You can do whatever you want with the arms. Woo. Hey! Stop the thighs, go! 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 Remember you're landing with soft knees? Trying to stay on the balls of your feet. You really don't need the heels to come down during jumping jacks. This is the same principle as if you were jumping rope. Keep the heels off the ground. 45 seconds, rest, starts now. Oh man, I just threw a pose at the end of that. I forgot what class I'm in. Woohoo! All right. All right, everyone's here. Okay, great. Hey there, Jessica. All right, so hopefully your heart rate's up right now. We got 20 seconds, starting with our push-ups. So it goes out, in, no push-up, out for the push-up, in, no push-up, and 10 seconds. Okay. Do push-ups on your knees anytime. Starting with my feet and hand wide. Do my push-up, and bring it in together. Go wide, push-up, together. It's kind of similar to the squats we just did, where we stepped out into the squat and then brought our feet in. But the only difference is I'm not doing a push-up when my hands and feet are together. You can, right? You just do it. It's a tricep push-up. Go for it. Make everything harder. There's always a way to make it harder. Having said that, there's always a way to make things easier. Okay. Become a little creeper. That came out wrong. You know what I mean. So, having the knowledge of how to make things effective, harder, means you also, by default, have the knowledge on how to make it easier. Just goes hand in hand. I'll admit that sometimes I go and take, another instructor's class, and I'll just kind of cheat my way through it if I'm tired, because I know how to. Confessions. All right, let's keep our butt low as we can. I'll show sideways. I'll walk towards you guys. All right, time for jumping jacks. With special arm variations. I feel like I'm doing patty cake. Oh, I'm not coordinated enough. Can't do it. I do want to acknowledge that playing this patty cake thing requires a lot of coordination. Oh, I remember when I was a child, I couldn't do it. Really had to learn. I was really happy when I finally got it without being hit in the face accidentally. 45 times 2. 90 seconds of rest. Oh, look at my mat. Got it all screwed up. Okay. Time for the next round. That was fun. I should do more jumping jacks. Right? That's fun. Round 4. Oh, okay. Jeez. All right. This is a curtsy lunge. When you cross behind. So we're going to go from curtsy to regular to squats. Got it? If you need to stand up at any time. But if you don't need to stand up, just go right into the other side. So you go curtsy, regular, straight back, squat, curtsy, regular, straight back, curtsy, regular, straight back. I'm sorry, squat. Okay? If you need a break, you stand up during the squats. Curtsy lunge, regular lunge, squat, and stand. All right, we have burpees. We're gonna do burpees. We're gonna flip a 90-90. So basically you do a burpee and you're facing this way and you go hop, hop, do another burpee, hop, hop. If you wanna do 180, do a 180. If you wanna do no, don't do a 360, you'll face the same direction. And then we're gonna do a plank, it's their abs. All right, here we go for our curtsy lunge. Doesn't matter which leg you start with. Curtsy, lunge, and squat. Curtsy, lunge, and squat. If the curtsy lunge does not feel great for your hips and knees, because there is a turnout. Oops, I just messed up. There is a turnout. You can go from lunge to squat, which is a combination we already did. Right? Remember the lunge squat combination? Yeah, I just added one more layer to this. It's like layering, like, you know, cake layers. Burpees. All right, I didn't jump in that because burpees really takes it out of me. Optional push-up, jump, jump. Without the jumps, you can walk it back, you can walk it forward, turn around. Directional changes. All right, burpees to really get your heart rate up. Jump, jump. 2 90-degree turns. Front, side. Or 180. I alternate the direction in which I turn. I'm always turning towards. Okay, we're doing a rocking plank. So we're on the ground, elbows, and here, you're going forward and back. My butt is not going up and down. Forward and back. If you don't feel your abs, scoot your toes back. Forward and back. All right? The further back your toes are in relation to your elbows, the more challenging it is to your abdominals while you hover forward and back. Eye gaze on your thumbs, butt at shoulder height. How quickly do you rock back and forth? Well, as slow as you can. You're in a plank the whole time anyway, so it's not like speeding up the rocks get you out of the plank any faster. Okay, back to our curtsy lunge squat. You can add a jump to this, but remember burpees are next. All right, so if you want to go lunge, reverse, jump to a squat. Feel free to take that option. All right, you have about 20 seconds left, so grab that drink if you need. Turn down my thermostat there. All right, 7 seconds. Let's get ready for that curtsy lunge. Here we go. Curtsy, regular squat. Basically, the non-moving leg is kind of getting a workout. This exercise would be a lot harder if I didn't switch sides. All right. So like if the entire first round we stayed on one side, this front leg would really burn out. Okay, you can do whatever you want with your hands, just as long as it helps you to maintain a lifted chest. All right, burpees. Right into it. Do your push-ups if you want. Turn around. We're doing rocking planks after this. So if you're down on your push-up, when the timer rings, just stay down. Eight seconds left. All right, stay down. And we rock. Keeping your eyes on your thumbs. You don't want to look at your feet or your knees. It means your head is dropped. We want to keep the head and neck also aligned with our spine. It's not going to be a perfectly straight line, but it's going to be as straight as we can make it. A line that goes through our ears, shoulder joint, hip joint, knee joint, and ankle joint. This feels pretty challenging. You can raise your butt a little higher. But the thing is, you can't rock on your knees. You can't rock on your knees, so an option or modification of the rocking plank is to lift your butt. Oops, I just noticed the message. What do you mean we missed the tricep dips? Did I like not do it? Wait, what? Wait, so you can unmute yourself. Oh, only in Bali X do I take away people's abilities to unmute.
It was just round. Was it the second round or something? Yeah, it was just the second round of one of the groups of exercises. We skipped that one. But that's,
oh my gosh, how did that even happen? Like, I really was proud of myself for creating that combination of doing the suitcase where I'm on my butt and then we could just transition to the dips. And I can't believe I forgot that. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I did it during break.
I also don't know why I didn't notice your chat, because I often notice it and I just am now seeing it. It's like 2 rounds later. Okay, listen, because you guys are so awesome, we're gonna, let's see, this next round we have cardio, we have lower body, and then we have push-up. So what happens if we add a tricep dip between the cardio and the lower body, and we do 4? I don't want it to be like a punishment because it's my mistake, but let's do it, okay. All right. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. All right, so we're starting with cardio on this next round. It's called the triple hop and jump. So we go, whoa, great. You go 1, 2, 3, start. So if you don't want to do the jumps, you can do a squat like this. Squats, and you're doing a star. This is a star, it's just not in the air. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. Okay, that's cardio. Then we got the tricep dips. And then we'll do our legs, which is a Y squat, and then we'll do push-ups. Let me show you the push-ups real fast. I like trying different variations of push-ups. Here we go. So this is the push-up. If you do it on your knees, you're on your knees. You come up, you take the farthest leg and you reach it under, and you do a side plank. Now, traditionally, we do side planks like this, where we don't move the leg, we just go to the side. This is just one little extra variation. It's a side plank. You shoot the back leg under, then you return. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. In 10 seconds, we start with our cardio. 3, 2, 1, start. Should do this over. 3, 2, 1, start. 3 little jumps on the balls of your feet, soft knees. You always want to land in the soft knees. I'm just pulling my hands in before I go out into a star. And if you want to do more than 3 hops, you can. If you want to do double stars, you can. Anything goes. So we got our tricep dips after this. You can get on the ground. Now technically, we only have to do it once because we do everything twice. So the good news is that you don't have to do it again after this. We're only going to intersperse it in those 4 exercises in a row. But when we repeat this, we don't have to do the triceps again. Again, so sorry for forgetting that. I don't know. My brain! I'm changing after every 4, but if you want to change after every 2 or 1, again, anything goes. All right, so we're in our wide squats. And I want you to try to stay in here as you flick and do a hamstring curl. Like you're trying to kick yourself in the butt. Butt kick, but I'm not standing up and doing a butt kick. I'm trying to stay really low, keeping the leg muscles loaded. It's such a quick heel lift, heel flick, butt kick that you shouldn't have to worry about losing your balance. You're pretty much falling into the foot. Lift, fall, lift, fall. Now normally this would be paired right after the triple jump and start. Okay, we have our fancy push-ups. So let me show you from this view here. You do a push-up and you do the side plank. Push-up, side plank. You can do the other side plank version with the knee down. It's a little more challenging to do this version of a side plank with your knees down. So what I mean by that is here, your knee push-up, and you open up like this, and you're still on your knees. Right? You're still on your knees. Again, I'm just giving push-up variations. You're threading the leg under your body. So if you're looking to your right, it's your left leg that moves. If you're looking to your left, it's your right leg that moves. All right, those are the 4 exercises. We're gonna repeat again. And we're gonna start with the triple hop and star jump. We're gonna do the wide squats, and then we're gonna do the push-up with the leg thread under. 3 exercises. Oh gosh. Starting in 20 seconds. Next time. Now you know that you guys aren't now that you guys know you're able to unmute yourself, feel free to do that. Yeah, let's do it right now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, yay! By the way, I taught this boot camp class once. I mean, I was subbing. It's not my normal class. And whenever I sub, because I don't know anyone, I tend to go a little bit more overboard. And so I was like teaching with just a lot of enthusiasm, which I do normally have a lot of enthusiasm anyways. But anyways, after class, this guy goes, "Were you like a cheerleader in junior high, high school, or college or something? Because I've never seen anyone so peppy." And I was just like, no one has ever described me in my life as peppy. And it's funny because I've never been a cheerleader in my life. Okay, squats. But that is a pretty cheerleader move, isn't it? All right, your heart rate should be up. So now we kind of want the heart rate to get back down, and we're burning the leg muscles out. We don't use as much leg muscles or muscles in general when we're doing cardio. It's not to say that the muscles aren't working, just a different kind of emphasis. Whew. After this, we have our push-up, leg thread through. You don't want to stomp really loud, mostly because you want to protect your joints. So just make sure that when you land, it's not like you're intentionally stomping in the ground. Okay, transitioning here. My feet are apart. My feet are still apart. My feet are apart for the push-ups. And I thread under. I kind of feel like a break dancer here. Yeah, no one has ever asked me, "Wow, Fen, are you a break dancer?" Because I've never shown them any indication that I'm as coordinated as a break dancer. Super talented break dancers. Gosh, and that's it. It's time to stretch. How's everyone feeling? All right, good. So we've made it to the end. And you know, I'm gonna stretch with you all. And if you feel like doing more burpees because you don't feel like stretching and you want to stretch later on your own, go for it. Let's start with some dynamic movements first. And then reverse. I don't think there's any particular exercise where we really flexed our spine today. But you do want to have mobility in your spine. Your spine should be able to arch, round, arch, flex. And then we want to be able to rotate, releasing that heel. Let's get some hip motion. You'll notice that a lot of these stretches, these dynamic stretches, is what they're called. You'll see it in the warm-up. It's also a great way to sort of ease out of the workout. If you just did something that's really intense, going right into sort of a pause, static stretch isn't always the best way of slowly reducing the heart rate. And our heart rate should be slowly dropping now. So we should be able to do a static stretch. So hip flexors, quads. Ultimately, flexibility is about range of motion, right? So if I want to be able to reach overhead, I don't even think about it. I just do it because I have that range, I have that flexibility. But there's a lot of people, especially as they get older, they lose their range of motion because they didn't stretch much or they stopped doing certain movements, right? So if you stop reaching up after like, I don't know, 3 months for whatever reason, and then suddenly you're like, oh, let me reach up there. Maybe this is as far as you're gonna get. Your arm and shoulder just doesn't have that range anymore, you know? So you're gonna have to work your way back to getting this full range of motion. All right, let's do a different kind of hamstring stretch. This is from yoga. I'm not a yoga instructor, but I do like some of their stretches. So you point one toe toward me and then one toe off to the side wall. So they're perpendicular. Hinge that hip back. You should feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh. Here's a nice stretch here. You can take your feet as far apart as you'd like, but I wouldn't go too far. You don't really have to go too far. Switch. Yeah, so I took my feet a little farther this time, and you find that you kind of are limited to how much you can shift your hip to feel the stretch. So there's sort of a diminishing. Oh my gosh, what is that? There's like a moth in my house. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I feel like I can't lose sight of it. Oh, how did it get in here? Now I'm gonna be panicked for a while until I find it. Okay, let's stand up. Let's do a forward fold. Drop your head, separate. Start to reach your arms actively down, which pulls your shoulder blades apart. So you kind of deepen the stretch across your upper back. And then you feel the stretch all along here, hamstrings, lower back. Grab behind your calves or ankles and gently bend your elbows. There's never really a need that we need to keep our legs straight to bend over and tie our shoelaces or grab something from the floor, because we can always squat and bend down. However, it doesn't mean you don't want the flexibility in your hamstrings. All right, because some people are always like, what do I need to touch my toes for? And you know what? That's a very valid question. Thank you guys so much for joining me for boot camp. Again, sorry I forgot the tricep dips.
Thanks, Ben. It's a great